Hello everyone. Does this ever happen to you? You're working on your beats, you're creating your percussion loops, and the work feels boring, tedious, and uninspiring, and eventually you come up with the same rhythms. Well, it happens to me all the time. So I came up with this technique of using any delay plugin in any DAW to create infinite amount of creative rhythms for your percussions. In this video, you will also learn how to do layering and mixing of your percussions. So let's get straight into it. So the first thing that you need is a sample. I chose this hi-hat. The second thing that you need is a delay plugin. It really doesn't matter which one you use. You can even just choose a preset that you like. I chose this preset from the Echo plugin. Cool. Next thing, you need to record this into audio. Okay, third thing, let's repeat that once more with a different delay preset. Let's repeat that once more. This time I chose Timeless by FabFilter and I chose this preset, which I'm finding quite difficult to pronounce. Cool. Now we have three completely different versions of the same hi-hat. Okay, the fourth thing that we need to do is start arranging this. And just notice how some of the elements here are already panned left and right. That would save you a lot of time down the line, meticulously panning things left and right. So at the moment, my beat sounds like this. Let's take the first loop, zoom in a bit, and cut it like so. And I want to repeat this once every bar. To keep your loop interesting, I like to repeat certain elements every bar, certain elements every half a bar, and let's say some other elements every quarter of a bar, just to make sure that things never repeat exactly the same. Next, let's take this loop. I will cut it like so, and let's repeat this every half a bar. Next, let's take this element, cut the first bit of it. Let's repeat this every 2 bars, but not exactly the same. Okay, this needs a bit of mixing. The first thing I want to do, I want to make this tighter. So in Ableton you can do that by highlighting all of these percussions, click down here, head to the warp section, choose beats, keep it on transient, change to forward and stop, and reduce the elements. Let's listen how it sounds before and after. Nice, quite a big difference actually. That's one thing. Second thing, I added an EQ to isolate this area, so cut anything below 800, cut anything above 4.6K, and a bit of a boost around 1.6K to make it cut through the mix a bit more. Also add a sidechain to the kick. Next, let's mix this loop. So I added an EQ to cut anything below 900 and making a boost around 7K to make it a bit brighter. I added a Redux, which is a bit reduction plugin, which will make it cut through the mix a bit more. And added a compression to make it a bit more plucky, attack all the way up, release all the way down, and gain reduction of less than 5 dB, and sidechain to the kick. On the last hit, only an EQ to cut anything below 2K and adding a high shelf around 9K, so just to make it a bit more brighter. Let's have a listen to all of these together. I want to show you another example, but before that, if you're enjoying this video and finding it useful, consider subscribing to my channel. That'll be really helpful. Thanks. So the reason this technique can create you infinite amount of creative rhythms is because any DAW contains several delay plugins, and there's plenty third-party plugins that you can buy with many different presets. So the possibilities are really endless, and I want to show you how I did the same thing but with a different sample and with different delay presets. So I chose this sample. And first of all, I took the Valhalla Supermassive. I made this preset myself and it sounds like this. So let's already record it into audio. Let's take the same sample, but this time with this preset from the Echo plugin. So I'm working on the same beat. I want to copy these two loops and maybe just change them a bit. Next, let's take those two samples that we just recorded and let's add them into the loop. So I want to repeat this, but not exactly the same. We will do something like so. And I'll repeat this. Let's listen to what we have so far. So first thing, let's take this loop. I added an EQ with a boost around 800, boost around 6K, and a cut around 1.6. I added a redux to make a cut through the mix. Next, I added a few processing to this mix, a bit of EQ to just clean up the sound, added a pedal, which is a distortion plugin, and a bit of a sidechain to the kick. And when it's all together, so if you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel and giving this video a like so it can get to as many people as possible. And if you want to learn about another Ableton plugin that can completely transform your tracks, watch this video next. Cool. Thanks for watching and see you at the next video.